Welcome, foolish mortals, to Awful Neutral.
Hello and welcome to Awful Neutral. I am your Dungeon Master, Damian Mercado, and with me, as always, is Mr. Jesse Egan as...
Hello. Today we'll be playing, tis I, Hootie, Nathaniel David Blowfish. I'm an owl bear. You could call me Hootie and the Blowfish.
With us as well. Oh, that's right. Before we get started with our characters, I fucked up here. We are not playing. If you might have noticed, our cast
you fucked up.
Is a little bit. Our cast is a little bit smaller today. We are not going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons today. We will be playing Honey Heist. We will be sticking to the world of Ophelia. We will be filling in the painting that is that world a little bit more. Yes. That is who Jesse Egan will be playing today. Dave Callens, what about you?
When we set this up, I was gonna be Jeremy Allen White, the bear, and just like playing a bear. But I threw out a voice as a joke in a sound check, so I'm going with that. I am Kelvin. Kelvin the bear.
Okay, what type of bear are you, Kelvin? The feline.
I am a fancy bear.
A tabby.
Yes, that is me. The fancy tabby Kelvin.
And with that, Clint, who you be playing as?
Oh, me, I'm Zorcifer the Sorcerer. I'm an old washed-up black bear. No big deal, no big deal. I can still climb, though. Forget about these rickety bones. I can climb up just about anything.
I thought you said I can still climb.
And he has a top hat on, and he tips it, and underneath, there's another top hat.
Nice.
That's an awesome point. And sometimes we get caught up in these games, and we only have one.
So your top hat is bottoming.
I have a bottom top hat and a top hat. What is so confusing about this?
Bottom, a top hat.
You ever see those? Like you go to whatever stupid, like souvenir stores, whatever. They have those like furry hats with like the big ears that make you put on and look like a bear. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That's the hat that Kelvin is wearing.
Whoa.
And under it, you have a smaller one, right?
Under that is Clint.
Top of that is one of those Steve Martin arrow through the head. Okay, that is an awesome cast. Real quick, though, for flavor, though, just because it will affect your rolls, pick a bear type that Kevin will have the powers of. I'm sorry, that Kelvin will have the powers of during this.
The bear type. Let me look. Panda.
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 Okay. What's the panda's power again? The panda's.
The panda's skill is eat anything that looks like bamboo. I feel like that's gonna be very useful.
Yeah, I'll have to. Okay, so work that into the adventure somehow. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm going to write this down. So we got Rorcifer, the Sorcerer? Sorcerer?
Zorcifer.
Ossifer? No, you've been drinking Ossifer.
Zorcifer.
Kelvin. And Jesse, what was your bear's name again?
Hootie.
Hootie, that's right.
This is the kind of hat that Calvin's wearing. I don't know if you can see.
I can.
A fake
a little bit.
bear head.
Kind of.
Kind of
Yeah.
like
with the ear flaps coming down.
Oh, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, okay, gotcha. All right, you're an owlbear, Jesse, and so our fans know.
Store, right, Dave?
Yes, he's an owl bear.
Yes, Hootie is an owlbear, but just so our fans know, for flavor reasons, he'll be rolling with the grizzly bear stat block for today. Clint with the black bear stat block, and the panda for Kelvin. All right. We start our day at another beautiful morning in Awfuldnd. Bees can be heard buzzing, birds chirping, and somewhere a child is being told a poor metaphor for sex. And that is where we see. But what's the name of your detective agency? Or I'm sorry, heist criminal. What's the name of your group?
Ooh.
Think on that. We'll get back to the sign and what it says. We actually just brushed past the sign. We zoomed past the sign real fast. Can't even read it yet, but we'll get back to it. Inside, we see this cave. We see, what are your bears doing?
It's called Two Bears in One Dave. Sorry.
I was going to say it's called Definitely Not Criminals.
Definitely not criminals.
Yeah.
Or cats written poorly in like Toys R Us letters.
Can we be called 2.5 Bears?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm half a bear and mostly owl.
Size-wise, you're like 3 bears. So
Yeah.
3 bears in a trench coat.
Yeah. 2.5 bears. And so what are we doing in our cave?
It is morning. What does your morning routine look like?
Oh, okay. Clint, what do you think?
So did I tell you the time that I was doing a heist and I had to climb way, way up in the building? It was like 3 whole stories at once. I was just climbing and climbing, and I had to get through the window, you see. And then I just did my...
How many times he's told us the same climbing story. Every morning over coffee, we have to hear about your climbing exploits. We know there was an open window. You made it, right?
Oh, darn it. I forget the stories I tell. Did I tell you the time that I had to climb way, way up a different...
Only every day for my entire life, have you told me this? Yes. God. I can tell you the story. You climbed up a tree. The end. Great story. I'm glad to hear that every morning.
If we got the nest, you got to tell them about the nest. If you're going to tell them my story, you got to tell them right.
We have a giant pot of honey, and Kelvin has like a super oversized honey stir stick. Nothing's
Very
coming up.
difficult to see what I was just describing.
Yeah.
Turn down the brightness.
I see the honey stick. Yes, the honey. Yes, the specific honey spoon that Nate invented.
He's got like a gigantic one of those. It's like 6 feet long. The end of it's huge, and he's just stirring the honey.
And my honey stick.
That's right. You guys did score that giant vat of honey, although with more failure than you'd like to admit on your last score.
Hey, that rhymes with Ophelia. Isn't that a thing?
More failure. That's this world. Stir that honey because my urge to kill is rising.
Man, it's too bad we lost 7 members during our last heist. But boy, did we score on this honey.
7.5.
7.5 bears down. It's a good thing too. This is a small cave.
Yeah. Our name makes more sense too.
Yes,
the honey is almost ready. Just a few more minutes.
All right, hurry up.
He's stirring the pot. This one.
Yes. If you have to tell me one more climbing story, my urge. I don't really like honey, as it was pointed out. I'm an owl bear, and I really prefer flesh. So, honey is a poor substitute, but please, stir it quickly.
As an owl bear, I think you prefer Tootsie Pops.
I do prefer Tootsie Pops made of human skeletons.
You hold a human, say, how many bites to get to the center of this skull?
One.
How many licks does it take to remove the skin from a face? I have never made it. Also, we don't have a tongue structure set up for licking. You're thinking of a tiger or feline. Well, of
More
which
than-
there are none in this game.
There are no felines here. Just
Okay.
3 bears.
2.5.
It is at that point a shadow, which looks really long because of the angle of the morning sun, but it only leads, despite the length of the shadow, leads to about 3 feet of otterfolk. There, you see an otterfolk wearing a leather, like a leather vest and boots, leather boots for some reason.
I sense a crossover episode.
Who are you?
He loves saying who.
Who does?
I'm sure you know me by reputation. I too am a fellow smuggler of things from Stony, Oregon. I'm Dwayne. The best there is, the best there ever will be, and probably the best there ever was.
And humble, too. Modest. I like it.
Handsome. Really,
what kind of
really,
bear?
really handsome otter.
Oh, he's an otter. I was going to say you're a strange kind of bear.
He's showing off a lot of his in the same way that like a wealthy person might show off their Gucci watch and everything, like show off all of their trinkets. This guy is covered with stuff from Stony, Oregon. Like a lot of it might consider like a cheap knickknacks and shit, but this guy is decked out in Stony, Oregon bling.
But a lot of merch on you.
With conflicting themes. Like he has like the leather vest and the boots. But he has like jelly bracelets, and stuff on.
Oh, this guy's rich as hell.
Perhaps we should rob and eat him.
Otter? I barely know her.
I'm here. Oh, you all gonna eat old Dwayne here? I'm here to offer you a step up. Word has it that you were the 9th best group of smugglers smuggling out of Stony, Oregon. But after your recent losses and subtle honey successes, I hear you've dropped down to 10th, you have.
Well, you did lose quite a few members.
Yes.
That is most unfortunate because there are only 7 teams.
Yeah, you guys were kind of in the negatives. You were in the B leagues, if you will. It's a separate. Everybody else was in the pros, and you're the only team in the minors. Really.
Well, I'm glad you could come by and rub it in.
One team, though, it's not fair. They got 1st, 2nd, and 6th.
It's
We're
actually
shit
not a
proof.
problem, but I mean, from my perspective, it's more to share amongst fewer folk, or more honey to fill fewer bellies, if you know what I mean.
You make a good point there.
Well, I come to you because I imagine you're going to be hard up for work, and so I have a job.
Oh,
I would
right.
like.
Well, it's nice that you have a job, but we would like jobs as well.
Well, that's the thing. My cup runneth over, mate. You see here.
Please use a coaster.
My reputation is. I'm sorry about that. My reputation is, as he's like popping open like a bottle of like Jolt Cola. They don't even make it anymore. That he like brings out of his leather thing and sets it down, leaving a moisture ring on the boulder that he set it down on.
He's got a magic bag of jolting. Is that your vest? Does it just contain Jolt Colas?
Well, I do have another one. My throat doesn't.
And in this world,
being the best.
Jolt is short for Jotunheim. It's a Norse mythology cola.
This is the worm that ends the world in this soda.
Well, you know what? You've turned me around. I'd love a tasty jolt while we chat about this job opportunity.
He will gladly.
Would you like some flesh? I mean, honey. We've got a big pot of it here.
No need to roll. He is going to gladly share some jolt while continue to pitch the job. No, that's fine,
Really
mate.
tastes triple caffeine. It's delicious.
Well, I see my schedule's been too full lately. I've had too many contracts to deal with in Ophelia. I'm sorry, in Stony, Oregon, and so when a particular job that I really didn't have time for came down the way, I knew just the crew to reach out for. You see, apparently there's some sort of...
They weren't available, so you came here.
7 of them died, yes.
There's some special new honey prototype coming out in Stony, Oregon. And
why didn't you just lead with that? We're in.
No, I don't know. Mum's the word. There's not a lot to know. We know about it just yet, but we know it's honey related, and we know it's going to be big. We need some people. I need a crew who can get into Stony, Oregon, and get this out. Plus, you know what? I might be sneaky as all shit. These little arms can't carry something as high volume as honey. So, having a big old hootie over here and having his strong back will help you get as much of this whatever this prize is that you can that's over there.
Well, the concern is this may bump us into our higher tax brackets.
You pay taxes? You report?
This sounds like
that the bears pay the bear tax. I pay the homeowner tax.
Well, this sounds like a real honey heist trademark.
Hey, this is the name of the adventure.
Yeah.
The adventure.
The logo slams up right there.
Guitar music.
Yeah, electric guitar music. An intro starts where like you guys are doing your training. You know, like they do a thing where like Hootie rips off a mustache to reveal he was undercover and pulls out a gun. Like just a montage of different scenes from you guys.
A montage of Zorcifer climbing. Turning to the camera.
No, Zorcifer's montage has 0 climbing in it.
He keeps doing like the soap opera
climbing out of bed, climbing onto a chair. The chair's a little tall. He's like,
no need to bring the hot air balloon down. I'll climb up to it. Just drop the rope.
It's just a montage of him telling us climbing stories.
Yeah. And you know it's climbing stories because he's like pointing to diagrams and like a slideshow. He has like an old school slideshow of him sliding. Oh, that's the Too Many Cooks. Like this episode just turns into a Too Many Cooks style intro.
That would be an amazing intro. Kevin's he's getting booked at the precinct. He got arrested. He turns to the camera and says, "In my slammer," as they put him in jail.
Kelvin.
Kelvin,
you mean?
What did I say? I said Kelvin.
All right. So yes, I'm sorry we got distracted there. Was that 20 minutes? So we got a 20-minute break. I've already broken into that second Jolt Cola here. It's
that's our highlight reel.
Wow, that really reminded me of that Too Many Cooks video. It just seemed to go on and forever. It did. Anyhow, if you choose to accept this job, I'll need for you to go to Stony, Oregon and get back by tomorrow. This client needs this product badly.
It's a quick deadline.
All right, bear huddle.
All right.
What's tomorrow?
The next day you tell us your climbing story.
You guys are centered around a Rocky Talkie video explaining like the concept of time.
We did a bear huddle, but Kelvin also has Dwayne in there. So it's all of us.
You guys do not bathe regularly. Hands off the leather.
Well, it's fine because we don't have sweat glands, so it's not a problem by him.
That's an official Hello Kitty backpack you got your paws on there, mate. See, like, exits the circle. We're going to see if we can continue to create this eclectic...
Kitty? What do you mean, Kitty?
If you want to paint him with some sort of fad fashion, at any point, feel free to paint Dwayne.
I see Dwayne as sort of... like Madonna in Desperately Seeking Susan, like with all those bracelets but like leather.
Oh, snap bands, snap bands,
yeah,
for sure.
A lot of leather instead of denim.
He's also just because he's decked out so much, he has a tie like a headband, like a nice tie as a headband, like as guys at weddings do when they get too drunk.
Yeah, I like the idea that he's also like a somewhat like a Scuttle from Little Mermaid type. Like he knows of human things, but like their exact purpose is. Okay. He's wearing a head tie, like when they try to paint that an executive in a movie has gone crazy, or he's partying hard.
This is a good huddle, but what did you want to say in the huddle? Was there something to discuss, or?
What were we talking about?
One time that I had to climb.
God's sake!
We exclude Zorcifer out of the huddle now.
Okay, goodbye.
They
I had to
like
climb a social ladder in high school.
like a chair. Like tell the story to a chair.
Climbing a chair now. All right, so we're huddled up now. It's 2 in the.
You've turned into Clint Eastwood adjusting an empty chair. Timely humor.
Beautiful reference.
Well, I'm ready to go heist. My urge to kill is rising again.
I do have one more thing. As you guys know, going into Stony Organ plays a bit of a trick with time. I'm sure that you bears, clearly being experts in the concept of time, might have noticed that on your other trips to go to Stony Organ, when you come back, a lot of your friends and relatives have died because of, the time. Time works funny coming back and forth. So I'd like to give you this little tattoo here. And he has like this little like a stamp. It looks like little like stamps, like a passport stamp. This is a binding rune that will sync you up with Orphelia's time. That way, when you go and get the honey and you come back, it'll be tomorrow and not 10 years from now.
Oh, wait, is that why that one time when I was the newbie, I was a young buck, and you went on a heist without me, and you came back, and I was all old and washed up?
That's exactly what happened, yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
If I could go back and prevent him from learning all those stories. Okay, all right, so I'm going to need everybody to make a criminal roll. He's going to come and he's going to do... all right, so he goes up to Zorcifer first. Zorcifer. He shaves a little spot on your fur, and then he does this stamp. Now, this stamp feels like a brand. I need for you to roll a hardened criminal check. Can you handle this pain, or do you bear out? So it should be 3. If you roll a d6 now, it should be should have 3 points in either right now. So if you roll above your intended number, it's a success, and below it's a failure. I believe that's the game system.
Okay. So I rolled a 6.
So that is a success.
A huge success.
Move 1 point into criminal. So you are now at 2-4. Yes, you take your branding like a hardened criminal. This is nothing. This is nothing compared to what you experienced in the joint.
It's nothing compared to that one time I fell.
Let me tell you about the time the sisters. That's a fun story from a movie. Jesse Egan, he goes up to Hootie, and he shaves just a little spot on you. It seems even smaller because you're massive through the fur and feathers, and gives you a brand. You need to roll a d6. You have 3 points.
I rolled a 1.
Rolled a 1. When he does this brand, you get 1 point more in bear, so you are now 4 points in bear, 2 points in criminal.
Yeah, that hurt. Owlbear did not like that.
No.
You start trying to snap your powerful owlbear jaws at Dwayne, who deftly and with deceptive speed and agility is able to dodge your attacks. Oh, whoa, big fella! It's all for your own good, big guy.
But you look so delicious.
Oh, I do look like a piece, and he just has this sexy, confident, he has this look of confidence, like the look of confidence where even a guy who is ugly and knows he's ugly, but just has that look on his face and just general confidence that like you're Stavros, where you're this short troll, but for some reason women throw themselves at. So yeah. So, moving right along, Dave, it is now Kelvin's turn.
Kelvin rolled a 4, so he barely dealt with the pain.
Yeah, it does beat it. Yeah. There you hear a little sizzle.
Sizzle.
In fact, we're gonna say Dwayne. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how I see it. If you could, but he obviously is branding you. He's giving you the shave. He's giving everybody the shave. He has to like your costume has like an old 1920s style bathroom butt flap that he
Costume? What do you? I'm a bear.
he opens it.
Costume.
Yeah, everybody's got some secrets here, don't we, Kelvin? And he gives you the brand some spot on your armor, or some spot. You could do it on your armor. If you do indeed have high level paladin armor under that, he could leave the rune on your armor. That's fine.
No armor here, just a bear, a regular old bear. Wait, where does that move me to?
You are 4 points in criminal, 2 points in bear.
Okay.
All right, everybody keep track of that as we move forward. Okay. Also, all right, so everybody, each of us has their own method. I'll leave you bears to whatever berry Urson method you guys use to get through the glimmering veil. And good luck to you. And almost like a ninja, he vanishes. Puff of smoke.
Okay.
Farewell, you delicious-looking otter.
Well, you see, if you guys might have noticed, I didn't flinch at all. The key is I'm always in pain. Arthritis is a bitch.
My sciatica. Everybody, as part of your last heist, you guys made several little honey snacks. They're wrapped up in like leaves as best as a bear can. But fortunately, it's honey and it's like sticky and can kind of keep its form a little bit better than some things. So we're going to say that you guys have 3, think of them as one-time doses of honey to kind of, help your sweet tooth or get you out of a bind.
Okay.
Everybody, I don't believe I said the rules to Honey Heist.
Damon, you fucked up.
If there's 2 poles, at one end there's criminal, at the other end there is bear. Our characters are skirting a fine line. If they ever go all the way 6 or all the way 1 with their D6s, if they go all the way bear or all the way criminal, then if they turn all the way criminal, then that means they abandon the Honey Heist altogether and just want crime. They're not really motivated by delicious honey treats anymore. If they go all the way bear, then they just care about honey and they don't care about all the intricate planning that it takes to pull off a heist. So essentially you become a wild bear. So those are the rules. The only 2 ways you lose is by choosing crime or choosing the forest.
Got to keep that work-life balance.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all of you guys have these snacks. We're going to pick up at the edge of the glimmering veil.
Right. How are we getting through that thing?
Oh, if I remember correctly, you just have to climb.
Oh, fuck.
God damn it.
Cool. That's your answer for everything. All right, let's...
Give me a climbing roll. We're going to say if you are climbing.
Oh,
That's certainly...
that's the one where I use 2d6.
That is a bear roll. Yeah, so you can kind of roll advantage. So you got to beat you got to beat a 2, right? That's your bear, or a 4.
Yeah, 2 is my bear. And I rolled a 3 and a 4.
Yep, you bear it up. You're back to 3 and 3, and you're able to climb up. I'll let you describe because they love it how you climb up this tree.
So you see, you just reach up and you grab higher, and you just keep on. It's crazy. It's 1 foot in front of the other, but upwards, and you just keep. Come on, guys! You can just follow old Zorcifer.
I'll just fly up there. I'm an owl, and I try to flap my arms. Soon realize that I can't fly.
A creature with like a strength of 22, as just like it could break boulders, is flapping its wings, flapping its arms. It's terrifying arms.
I have body dysmorphia.
from your roll, you can see the exact entrance to the Glimmering Vale. This, as you guys would know, it kind of takes place this ethereal cave. This cave where you can see energies on the other side of it, and there's a big like mouth of a river where a bunch of like sludge and rocks and even some water kind of just slowly trickle through. But you can see the edge of that way over. You can also see, because you looked, you can see the pixies, the whistling pixies encampment not too far from your position if you were to head straight. So you can either avoid them, who they don't take too kindly to poachers and smugglers in this type of forest setting.
All right, from up here, I can see the whistling pixies are a little bit up to the left. So if we go wide right, then which one's left and right again? Damn it!
Pixies? Whistling pixies.
Whistling pixies.
You ain't just whistling pixies. But they look so delicious, though. Shouldn't we stop by and perhaps eat them first?
All bears consider them as like pixie sticks.
Yes.
Break the end off.
Eat their powdered bones.
I'll be honest, I wasn't paying that much attention. I'm just going to follow my good friend Hootie.
All right, Hootie, follow me, and then Clalvin will follow you, and we'll be all good.
All right, fine. Let's do it. We've got limited time, I suppose.
Left this way.
That's right. You're going the wrong way. Roll D6 again. We go this way.
Look, I know which way to go. I just don't know which way to call it. It's fine.
Okay.
Which is why he says, "No, we need to go right," but it's actually left. All right.
He was just saying we need to go right.
Labeling is very important.
He left. All right, let's go. We follow him whichever way he walks and not says.
He does a silly walk.
Walk this way.
Well, congratulations. His little climbing roll removed one of the little roadblocks I had in your way. You don't have to fool some hillbillies into thinking whatever your game plan was, but certainly not that you were smugglers headed to Stony Oregon.
Your climbing has finally come in handy, sir.
Please don't tell him that.
He turns away and wipes away a tear.
Is who I am annoying? Is this how they see me? Okay, all right. So you're going to now. Everybody, make sure you're keeping track of what your stats are right now. What your numbers are.
Oh, right, 3, 3, 3.
You guys make your way through the woods. You guys avoid all the major dangers, and it's this weird thing that because that you guys grew up in Australia, all the things that we would think of as magical about the forest, are just normal to you. But you're kind of, as you get closer to the end of the Glimmering Vale, you guys, it looks pretty much like an Oregon forest.
The end of the Glimmering Vale sounds like a Fall Out Boy album.
It does. Never mind. I had a Fall Out Boy joke, but I don't want to.
Put a pin in it. We'll come back to that.
Well, I'd feel dirty.
Sarah's not here. You don't have to. Sarah's not here. You don't have to.
No, but she's watching. We've got 3 viewers. She's watching this.
Okay, so as you guys approach the edge of the Glimmering Vale, you see there's matter. There's also like mists of energy coming out. There's a ton of smells that your bear senses are picking up like crazy. As a matter of fact, roll me a scent roll, because I believe as bears, that's probably your main way you guys get through. You guys follow your nose.
It's a D6. We have to beat our current bear score.
Beat your bear. Yes, you have to beat your bear roll. It says specifically, when you act and the outcome is in doubt, roll a D6. If it is equal to or under the relevant stat, you succeed. So you're trying to go under. So you're trying to go under the bear stat. Now, if you want to get another point in human to help your roll, you guys can have a flashback at any point to something criminal you did that would like go back to the planning phases. We had a little time jump. Go back to the planning phase and make up some reason why you prepped for this moment to give you the better roll.
Okay.
Well, I rolled a 4, and that's my bear score right now, so I think I'm good, right?
It says if you roll equal to or under the stat, you succeed. Yeah. If it's over, you fail. So you succeeded.
Okay.
We'll stick with it, but I think we did that backwards for me just a minute ago.
All right. Well, I know we fucked it up on your last roll. So, but moving forward, we're going to be doing it this way. Okay.
I'm at 4 criminal, 2 bear, and I rolled a 2, which means I succeeded. Does that mean I moved to 3 and 3?
Yes. Whenever that happens, you change your stat point to.
Whenever you succeed, you go back to the.
I succeeded in a bear activity, so I go more bear.
It's, whenever a plan goes off without a hitch, move 1 point from bear into criminal. So your plan succeeded, right?
Yeah.
But it was a bear activity. Doesn't that mean we get more bear-like?
Uh-oh.
I think all failures take you into bear. So anytime you fail, but anytime you succeed, you go into criminal.
Okay.
So you go. So because if you succeeded on your roll trying to sniff right now, you had criminal. You got a point of criminal. So
that's wrong, but okay.
Adjust accordingly. You can also change your stats at any point by having eating one of those honeys. Gives you a point of bear, and okay, and then you can also have a flashback scene to get a point into criminal. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, as you guys proceed, we're going to say you guys.
Did I accidentally go all criminal right from the beginning from doing so many flashbacks?
If you did, this was my fault as the DM, and you can make yourself a little less criminal. But yeah, I guess if you wanted to just get out of the game, I'm going to be the bad guy. You guys fight at the end because you let me in on the planning of the heist. I know everything you're going to do, and so. Yes, with 2 of you succeeding, you guys can follow your nose. You guys actually are able to, whereas, getting through the glimmering veil, getting through this, there's not a lot of people a lot of people want the riches from Stony Oregon, but very few crews can just survive this torrent of energy. As you guys notice, there's like you guys have to time when tons of matter or both energies, gusts of wind. Just there's so many hazards. It's like playing a video game where you have to find the pattern. All right, but following your nose, there's also like it goes out into a webway where it's hard to even know which cave system is the one that's going to take you to Stony Oregon, and not just your certain doom. But using your nose, you are able to smell this familiar scents, the McDonald's breakfast off the highway in Stony Oregon. You can smell other bears' pheromones from the fucking woods wafting through because your bear senses are mighty. And
I smell rock holes. I smell holes where rocks would be.
all right, and what were you guys' specialties again? It was thief,
Eating bamboo.
eating bamboo.
No, that's not your role. That's your bear
panda
thing. Role is muscle, brains, driver, hacker, thief, face.
Yeah,
Face.
I'm a thief.
Kelvin is a face for sure. Very charming.
Okay, gotcha. Plus,
I'm retired.
if he were a tabaxi, he would have history interacting with other humanoids. But
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that word is. I'm just a bear.
I'm just a bear.
what'd you say yours was, Jesse?
Retired muscle.
Retired muscle. Okay, I love it.
I used to be strong. I'm not anymore.
That's what whenever Damian makes me go to the gym, I say, I'm retired muscle.
You ever like in the original Roadhouse when like Dalton's talking about the guy who was like the best, that they're referring to Jesse, the retired muscle. They're referring to Sam Elliott's character.
Yeah.
Referring to Chud Bingsley. That's right.
Yeah. The legend.
All right, so as you approach, you're getting through this cave system. Eventually, you reach a point where it's tight. Not all of you will be able to get through just the way the debris has fallen through, and like you see a bunch of like there'll be like an old rusted out car that's part of this cave blockage. A couple old rusted out bikes. Some tree logs, some old, detritus tree logs. Are
there any kids on these bikes? Maybe we can have a triple crossover.
There are kid skeletons on the bikes, unfortunately. I'm sure there was a tragic story in the local paper that your characters would remember from their time. So that's what happened to the Johnson twins. They went on that bike ride and never came back. grizzly
looking
kid
forward to
skeletons
using-
aside, we're gonna say that you can't get through, Hootie. But you can make you can get through. You can try to muscle it, or maybe dig your way out.
Oh, this blows fish. I will.
Hey, Hootie, I think there's a little bit of meat left on this one skeleton over here.
Really? Where? I would love to eat it.
Yeah, he's
Tasty
got to
bread.
muscle way through.
Oh, I see. You're tricking me. All right, I'll use my angry grizzly stats. I can't terrify my way through this hole, but I'm going to attempt to use strength upon this barrier.
So if muscles your
If you did want to try to
roll-
terrify your way through, I could probably make an argument that if you did want to like kind of lean into your advantage, we could paint this in a lot of ways.
well, he has muscle is his roll, right? So he has advantage on that one too.
Okay, yeah. So what do you want to muscle it? Okay.
I'll muscle it. I'll muscle it up.
All right. In the same way that all right. So roll me. That's certainly going to be a bear roll.
I rolled a 3 and a 4. And
Which,
I'm at 3 bear right now.
yeah, that succeeds. So you can move a point into criminal because your plan succeeded.
Okay.
And just like a bulldozer, like a big mound of dirt is nothing to a bulldozer or a boring drill. Motivated by the thought of food. Yeah, it's like if you had like a mountain of peanuts inside your house and an elephant was like kind of leaning through the window. Like things would crack if it couldn't reach the peanuts. So
I ripped the glimmering veil.
all right, you're through.
That reminds me of the time that I was constipated.
You know what? I'm going to listen to you this time because you motivated me to get through that damn veil.
We're gonna say though that when you feel free to do with this what you will. When you moved the dirt, a sack, a waterproof, several multi-bagged, hefty Ziploc bags, industrial grade, fall down and their zip ties fall open, and a ton of copies from the ET Atari game fall out in their packaging.
Right. Yes, I get it.
Was this the treasure we seek?
It is a treasure. You guys are smugglers. This is if you wanted to keep a few of these.
These will fetch a fair price on eBay.
This was
The most
that
popular game in
worst
Stony
game
Oregon.
ever made. Yeah, I remember
is
this
that
one.
right?
Yeah,
I wanted
they
to give you
rushed the
guys some treasure.
production, and it was just full of glitches and errors. It was unplayable.
No, my cousin totally won this game.
So this is the Atari game E.T., the video game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
it's from our Kids on Bikes
And
campaign.
it's a whole sack of them?
oh, that's
Or
right.
more?
That was in the Kids on Bikes camp. Yeah, there's crossover. It got one. I wanted you guys to have some treasure to take back with you, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I just tried to think of a pop culture reference that might be hidden somewhere deep down in a otherworldly well. And I forgot actually that Dave had used that during the planning session of our other Kids on Bikes campaign. So we've tied a bunch of worlds together. As a matter of fact, Kevin might one day be in Stony, Oregon.
Kevin.
One episode. On one episode we do in the future, Kevin might visit Stony, Oregon. In which case,
Kevin, okay.
everything will go full circle.
Well, Calvin's doing it right now. He's a little ahead of the curve.
They sound similar, but that's naive and that's offensive to think that they're the same person.
Well, I
Kelvin,
suppose
back
we
me
could-
up here. Am I the only one who think that's offensive?
That's outrageous, to be honest.
If I had coffee, I'd spit it in your face.
So I guess we keep the games. Let's stash these sacks of Atari.
Yeah, you in your inventory a couple stacks of brand new mint video games.
All right.
For a possibly brand new system to an idiot. I don't know. Is in your backpack or still just somebody who's not of your world is a foreigner. He's not an idiot. He's
Perhaps.
so that's in your inventory for future reference.
Okay. Do we have this video game system to actually play it or not?
We'll say in the bag there was one like discarded like promotional Atari video game system that was in there.
Wow, you're so nice,
That
Damien.
is very generous.
You just give.
I
appreciate
am a Christ-like figure when it comes to
Thank
D&D.
And is there a little bit of the special honey in this bag too? Did we just win? Did we get
Win.
You find those little things of Tabasco though. There's some of those like I don't know why you would store these things, but those like little baby bottles of Tabasco are in there.
and Szechuan sauce?
We've already got thousands of these bottles of Tabasco at home. We should leave these.
Who
It's for our special.
wants-
It's our Tabasco honey.
Who wants Tabasco, let alone this much Tabasco? All right, moving right along. You guys make your way through this cave system. When you get close to the end, your nose takes you to this metal door.
All right.
Like
I check
typical metal dungeon, like a metal door carved into the side of a rock face. There's a little like handrail to the right of it.
I say, friend.
It says Ragnarok on this door. We're about to have our 4th crossover.
Oh yeah, you guys want to see the hallway, right? This is the hallway we're going
Oh.
to. It's the next stop on the trip.
Hopefully this door will be locked. I try the door and see if it's locked, and also say, friend, and you shall enter. Like,
Nothing. The door's locked, obviously, but you don't. Nobody responds when you say anything. But because you're that close, we won't even make you roll for it.
Elvin's going to try the secret knock.
mm,
The very elaborate knock takes about 6 minutes.
Okay, all right. You did try a secret knock. Noted. You did try the secret knock. You guys can hear like kind of machines and stuff buzzing around on the like in the distance. Like you guys may not know what warehouse machines would sound like, industrial equipment. It might just sound like a hum or some like revving motors to you, or just weird otherworldly noises. But that's what you hear.
I feel
We
like
got
we're going to have
giant
to
bees
rage
in there.
against these machines.
I thought it was just a bunch of bumblebees.
Yeah, this might sound like a hive of angry bees.
Which leads to honey.
that's true. Does anyone have the ability to pick a lock?
I am a thief.
You're a thief.
Did I tell you the time that I used to
Climb up to this door and pick the lock.
and pick the lock into? Yeah, it was,
Climb out of this story and pick the lock now, please.
all right. I'm at 3-3. Thief is my specialty, so I'll double roll. I got a 6 and a 3.
6 and a 3. I'm sorry. What was that roll for again? I was thinking of the next move.
Thief.
Picking the lock.
Pick roll. You rolled a 6 and a 3. I'm sorry. What was your human score or your thief criminal
3.
score? 3. Yeah. Then with a 3 succeeds. You put 1 point into criminal, and you are after like fucking with the lock for a little bit. Eventually, you hear that familiar click.
You see, the trick is you gotta just stick in like a claw or something and just wiggle it and 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 wiggle it.
You did a good job. Well done. Get out of the way. I open the door.
It would be funny if that's just like it didn't look like he was like precisely picking a lock with his claws. Just looked like he was like having a hand seizure into the lock.
He wasn't even wiggling his hand. He was wiggling his rear.
Wiggling my whole self.
He was dancing, but it worked.
Your power
Well done.
comes from your hips, not from your finger.
You could tell the story of this day later.
Picking locks is all in the hips.
You're like the Shakira of thieves.
When
Those hips do lie.
Thank you, Dave.
when you open this door, you see it's like when you enter like the Wonka factory. There's like a coat rack with like safety coats and hard hats to your right.
And there's a kid stuck in a tube of chocolate milk.
Oh, he's long dead. It's a corpse, but it's a kid's corpse. But it's
It looks delicious.
Augustus, no. There's all sorts of costumes there. As you enter, they see this big warehouse. In the distance, you see these fork-fronted machines lifting things, boxes, and putting them on shelves, taking transports and putting them on, taking some of these boxes and putting them on carriages at some sort of loading dock, land dock.
Look, it's a spork lift.
Yeah. So, but the scent leads you upstairs. You're gonna have to cross this factory, and you gotta the scent. You can see the scent lines. It's leading you across the factory and up the stairs, and into a second floor, which is more looks nicer than this. The walls are painted. Doesn't look like as shabby as this factory or as this warehouse floor you're on. There are all sorts of workers walking around. Dudes wearing Carhartt boots.
I tip my hat. Hello, just safety inspectors.
I tip both my hats.
Whoa, you can't be in here without a hard hat on. Whoa, who are these civilians? You on the tour or something?
My trilby is yes, we don't.
I've heard it all before, buddy. I can't hear you with those equipment. Hold on. You got it. You gotta have a hard hat on if you're gonna be on the floor. There are those hooks with the hard hats.
Have an extra.
So if we're not on the floor, we don't need one.
I climb up onto the thing a little bit.
Whoa! I had to move all the way to Stony, Oregon from New Jersey to escape soft OSHA regulation. No, you get down off there. That's how accidents happen.
Is it just the one guy?
He's the one guy I'm talking to. He's like the guy, on a smoke break at like one of the docks.
Oh, well, I guess what I'm asking is if I bonked him on the head with my giant honey stir, would that solve this problem?
He is. I will say that he is. Yes, it would. You don't see anybody else around. If with a successful roll, yeah, you could probably bonk your way out of this.
Okay, before I do that...
I'm not the only earner. I'm focused on safety at this job because I'm a dad of 4 kids, a recently widowed man, and the slightest injury means that my kids starve to death. And I got to volunteer at the PTA and the SPCA in my free time because I teach my kids that you got to help the community.
But I feel like he's asking for it at this point.
In the middle of his rant.
Did you also point out that you have tasty, tasty flesh? Because
every day I come home and I tenderize myself in salt and a variety of spices just in case I get eaten by a bear on the way home. I don't want to be rude to the bear.
Every day.
Is that
Damian? I'm at 5 criminal, 1 bear. So if I succeed in the bonk, I'm going to go full criminal, right?
You're at 5 criminal, 1 bear.
Yeah.
Yes, but you could also have.
So I'm going to eat a packet of honey before I try the bonk.
Okay. Yes. Now, I would advise that. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that puts me at 4 criminal, 2 bear.
So we're just talking to the guy, and then he just starts eating honey.
4 criminal, 2 bear.
Yeah. Excuse me. One moment.
Yeah, he's in the middle of his very deep like he really has a lot to get off his chest, but it's all positive. He's just like listen, I spend a lot of time being humble about what a good guy I am. So if I get the chance to tell some strangers and just not be humble for a second, yeah, that's me being human. Okay?
So when I go ahead.
Our party member that enjoys stories actually climbed away. So if you could just wait till he comes back.
What would I have to roll to bonk him on the head? Would I have to match my criminal score or my bear score?
That's you know what, I think that sounds like a criminal thing to do.
Okay. So I'm at 4-2 and I rolled a 4. So I said, "Hey, what's that on your head?" And then I bonk him.
He crumbles, like anybody with a traumatic brain injury would.
Good lord.
Could have been wearing his hard hat.
I think that's the only thing.
He was
that
in the
saved his life.
smoking area. He had it off. I was talking to you guys through the dock.
You've turned his head into honey.
I would like to take his hard hat, scramble down, take his hard hat, and put it on my top hat.
Oh, where were you
Top
a
hat.
second ago? He was telling us a story.
You guys, and you walk past a shelf of hard hats. Which is like by his, which is like on the desk next to his cigarettes or something, like on the wooden table. Yeah, you guys have hard hats now, presumably one of you. But just so you know, anytime somebody sees you on this floor without a hard hat, rules are rules.
All right, I'll take a hard hat. I'm sure it'll be too small, but I'll wear it.
It's not important that your baby Huey.
It looks like a fez.
I put the tiny top hat, hard hat on over my trilby.
Yeah, nobody's also remarking on the 12-foot tall dude. Like,
Safety inspect.
you're literally 2 feet taller than the
Beak-faced.
tallest human being ever recorded in human history.
Nothing to see here, just a half owl, half bear.
These hats are very sturdy. They should call them sturdy hats.
Yes, you're right. I don't know why they don't.
As I put one on.
Well, let's
Because-
follow our noses.
As you guys follow your noses, we're going to say that because this game is fun like that, you guys, as you approach up the stairs, there is a group of workers who is like just kind of like standing at the top of the stairs, not moving, kind of shooting the shit with coffee. And they're blocking your way up the stairs, and really the only obstacle to this next area. I suppose
Well, it looks like it's bonk time again.
it's only a problem because you see what looks to be a supervisor and possibly some sort of OSHA inspector. You don't know the way of warehouses work, but some sort of inspector, a person with a clipboard, walking up behind you towards the stairs. where you're at.
OSHA, I nearly killed her.
So we're
Yeah,
on the
that's-
stairs.
You're on the stairs. There's two guys at the top just kind of having a conversation, blocking you. And
sure.
there's some people who look like they're there to ask questions coming up behind you.
Okay.
We could go up the stairs. I know you're good at climbing.
Let's climb the stairs. If I
You guys are
told
actually
you
on the
before.
stairs right now. I will
Yeah.
say. Well, you guys
Go
are
up the-
climbing up the stairs. You guys are only stopped because at the top of the stairs,
He's
two guys
actually
are
great
in
at
office
climbing. He's
space.
bad at stairs.
Now down is a real problem for me.
It's actually a true fact about bears. They don't do it downhill very well.
Well, I say we walk up to these two
Their
at the
arms
top
are
of the
shorter
stairs
than their legs.
and tell them to move. Or I'm gonna try to terrify them with my bear talents.
Terrify them.
Now, if I fail at terrifying, do I go more into bear or
Yes.
not?
If
You fail anything, you go into more into bear.
All right. Well, to terrify, I have to roll under a 2 then, because that's a bear thing.
Right. You could eat honey to become more bear before you try.
And I think because roaring is your thing, you
You
actually
roll two
roll
die.
2 dice.
And take the lowest.
Let me do that. All right. So yeah, walk up the stairs and then try to terrify them. I rolled a 2, and I think that's what I needed, right? It was a 2.
Yeah.
2 and bear. I rolled a 2 and a 6. So I rolled a 2 and bear. Does that mean I go?
You go to 3-3. You go more criminal now.
Yep.
Oh.
You succeeded. Any
If I go more
success.
criminal, that means I'm 5 criminal and 1 bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're 3 and
Alright.
3. Are you 3 and 3 right now, or?
But no, he was 4 and 2.
He succeeded,
I
so he was
said
more
backwards.
criminal, so 5 and 1.
All right, so you're 3 and 2. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, you succeed. This loud roar comes out of this 12-foot tall man, and yeah, it's one of these roars that reminds your average person where they sit on the tree of life. Like, oh, you're not an apex predator right now. So the two guys, you guys are bears. You can smell it. They shit themselves. It happens. They were this close to this owl bear, a 12-foot tall, otherworldly monstrosity.
That was enjoyable. I forgot how much I love making humans crap their pants.
Now, the inspectors behind you, their attention, as well as everybody in the whole factory's attention, goes to you. However, while every eye is on you, for a second, that quickly ends as people driving forklifts get into minor accidents. Like there's a cascading, a comical effect in this warehouse. Boxes, entire rows start falling over because of a forklift veered into an entire shelf. And you've created chaos.
And coincidentally, over the loudspeaker system, Yakety Sax starts playing.
Which is the American Benny Hill song. I'm pretty sure. Like our tribute to the Benny Hill song was Yakety Yak.
No, Yakety Sax is the song.
Oh, it's Yakety Sax.
That's the one. Yeah, that starts playing.
Take out the papers and the drawer. Boom,
Different song.
Boom, boom, boom. That's the song? Oh, okay, never mind. Anyhow, my mistake. I apologize. But yes, the Benny Hill song is playing.
Yakety Yak.
Don't talk.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I like whoever works the intercom in this factory.
Oh man, we hit the wrong. You're supposed to hit the emergency button, not the fun. We're getting out of work early Friday button. This is a really fun worker centered warehouse. The chaos all around you, which maybe has bought you a second.
All right, we keep following our nose. This was comical. Sorry, fellas, for making you shit yourselves, but you were in the way.
Oh God! Like they look at you like oh, you're not human. No.
No, I'm not.
When I became the VP of sales, I was assured that this would be a safe job.
Well, look, I'm wearing my hard hat.
Okay, you guys, you get to the end of this hallway. When you get to the hallway, this looks now you're in this empty hallway. The warehouse is behind you. Automatic doors slide shut. It looks like you're in a nice kind of more corporate-y office style hallway. The scent takes you to the left.
As long as we're in a hallway, that's all I care about. We
set up camp, long rest.
I follow the hallway scent. Well, first I'm going to eat a honey snack. I need one because I'm at one bear. So if I don't balance it out, I might go absolutely apey on you guys.
Maybe you could pick something and fail at it right now. Just like pick something and just fail at it real hard and get a point bear.
All right.
I attempt to do a calculus problem right
What if he succeeds, though, and then we lose him? That'd be great.
Oh, my God. It's like Goodwill Hunting. They see a bear working out like long, complex.
I'm just going to eat one honey snack.
Okay.
So that I'm at 2 and 4 instead of 1 and 5.
All right.
Matt.
So as you guys proceed, you see a portion, like the scene kind of change as you keep going. Like you enter, things become a little bit more militarized. It's less corporate, bland hallway, and more military secret research.
It's interesting. This looks top secret in here, fellas. Should be on.
It says R&D. It says the sign. A sign says, for those of you who can read English, it says research and development.
What the hell is Dungeons and Dragons?
No idea.
Oh, it's R&D music, it's a little rappy,
Rhythm and blues.
You guys do notice the Schneikes logo, which you, as smugglers, you guys would know the Schneikes logo.
Well, Is that a fake Nike? What is that?
We did establish in the first episode that one of the things Bend or Stony, Oregon is famous for is
knockoff brands.
being
Knockoff
the knockoff capital of America, like all the knockoff brands. Because we didn't just limit it to shoes, although I believe we originally was shoes. I think, like you guys have mentioned, like off-brand clothing brands as well. So they clearly branched out.
Balenciaga is the new one. Yeah.
Look, fellows, they have Schneikes here. Personally, I'm looking for some Fodidas. Perhaps we can find.
We make those too because we make all the big brands.
Got some free box here.
Oh, free.
There's Michael Kors, but Kors is Coors like the beer.
And he's drunk. He's all drunk. Okay, so we're gonna say like you approach this hallway. There are like armed guards, like kind of stationed like the Queen's Guard, but like they're around the hallway. You can smell armed guards around the hallway. And
Kevin, get your bonking stick ready.
You see.
I've got an idea.
Right.
Kevin takes off his hard hat and holds it like this. He goes, "Hot soup coming through. Hot soup." Hoping that they clear a path for this hot soup.
Okay, so you're just gonna run. Okay, so you guys are, like you guys. It's like think of it like a Metal Gear Solid game, like a third person game. Like you have advantage. You can see down this hallway, but obviously they can't see where you guys are. You guys are just on like around the corner, basically.
Right.
It's all sorts of signs that say, authorized personnel only, etc. You're going to, Kevin, take off. Kelvin, I apologize, and run down the hallway with soup. You know what? Yeah. I love it. That sounds like a criminal role.
That's not bear activity for sure. That's not bear activity at all.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's so random that it is a bear activity. Maybe it actually is like something that no human mind would come up with. Which leaves you to
definitely criminal activity. Now, real quick, I eat another packet of honey to put me at 4 criminal, 2 bear.
Honey now. I think we're at 0.
And then,
right? We had 3 packets, so I think we used all 3 now.
I thought we had 3 each.
Oh, is that right?
Damian?
Yeah. You guys do have 3 each.
Oh, okay.
3 each. Oh man,
that's great.
I'm down to 1. Now I needed to roll a 4 or less to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I cheated because I really wanted to make this work, but I rolled 2 5s.
Okay. Well, thank you for being honest about how you play the game, and we've always suspected it.
I was like, a 5, that's fail. Let me try it again. Nope, still a 5.
So you failed.
Does he spill imaginary soup on himself?
Okay.
And it burns me. I take a point of damage.
Well, there's no soup. Is there something being used as soup? I used peas. Wait, what? So what if they ask what the soup is? That's why I peed in this. Wait, why does it need to be? You could just pretend it's nothing. Why did
you also take the time to heat up the pea?
Well, the good news is that fail put me at 3 and 3. So that's the good news here.
Yeah, that's good. You got to fail every once in a while. That's awesome.
No, the fail made you more bear. Fail always makes you more bear.
Yeah. I was a 4-2. I went to 3-3.
Okay.
All right. So, I think with that fail, you're going to you start running with the soup, and immediately these guards who, I mean, admittedly, there's a lot of there's a lot of boredom. So they're all day in this hallway just waiting for nothing. But all that pays off apparently today when maybe you get past the first 2 guards, but like the third one is able to react. And they are tackling Kelvin in the middle of this hallway.
My hot soup.
Look out, he has soup. He has soup. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
I walk up and I start clapping. I say, well done, fellows. I commend you. You've passed this safety inspection and you've caught our fake soup carrier. Well done.
You guys, that's what you hear, but what they hear is like more like.
As a reward, I'm going to give each one of you your own copy of E.T. the video game. I start handing out cassettes to these.
Jesse's out here playing 4D chess.
I give him games. Yeah, you are.
Holy shit, what the fuck is that? And why does it have that E.T. game that's been referenced all throughout the Adult Swim cartoons that I've enjoyed watching growing up? What is this? I thought it was discontinued. I thought it was a myth.
I would like to, because I'm so much smaller, try to use my thief stat to stealth up and like hide basically under our large Hootie while he's doing this.
Like behind him, or like under his hind legs, or like under his coat, or under his
like under his massive butt.
Okay, gotcha. Like you're an egg.
I'm just like.
I don't know that you have to roll for that. I think you could do it if you. I think you.
Just to flavor.
You want to do a bear roll? We can do a bear roll.
Well, wouldn't that be my thief stat?
Oh, because you're climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because it's thief, not climb. Climb is black bear. So I got a 3 and a 2, and my thief is 4. So I'm 5 thief, 1 bear.
So you succeeded. Yes. In the middle of your talking there, Hootie, you feel somebody's being very formal with you right now, Hootie.
I rolled under my thief.
Oh, okay.
Thief.
Yeah. Just imagine there, Jesse, as if you're trying to give this speech. In your head, you're very eloquent, but all of a sudden you start getting like groped in the middle of it.
Can I do this? Can I turn my owl head completely 180? He's in my butt. I turn back. Never mind. That was nothing. False alarm.
They're still like manhandling Kelvin. Like
Kelvin.
Yeah, like it's like a struggle. There's 3 of them, and
I tap one of them on the shoulder and I show him that I also have the video game system. I'm like,
and even though there's no soup in the helmet, I'm trying to keep it level, is not to spill my imaginary soup. I'm committed to this bit.
Nice.
Jesse, roll me a criminal check, because this sounds like a bribe. It sounds like a bribe, and that is criminal. That is criminal.
Who, me? I'm bribing with video games.
Me?
If you need to do a flashback, you remember the flashback is a tool that you have.
Oh yes. All right. I'm gonna have a flashback to when I tried to bribe
on a previous mission, or
Sorceriferous. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Zorcifer
the sorcerer.
I tried to bribe him once with flesh to get him to stop telling stories at breakfast. And
I remember that.
I had brought in just sort of a wheelbarrow full of meat and tried to.
I believe it was elf jerky.
Yeah, it was elf jerky.
So we're gonna say
on the clothesline.
So we're gonna say you worked on your salesmanship skills, your bribe skills. You're like, hey, take the. We're gonna say it's because you're a criminal.
But sadly, he never remembers anything, so he just keeps telling the story anyway. But it worked for one day, I'd say.
It's almost like a mafia, it's an offer too good to refuse. Take the silver or take the lead.
So what happened is the meat got stuck in my teeth, and I was too busy picking that all day. But then I began telling that story every day. Remember the time that I got bribed by you, and you got meat stuck in my teeth every day?
Apparently, some of that meat was rancid, and the bowel movements I had. Now let's go into detail about them.
And that constipated me. It constipated me something fierce. And I had to eat a bunch of prunes, you see.
Tell me more about climbing.
It's like Grandpa Simpson, except like you're way more on point. I would love it if like you drifted off. Like now the thing about Korea at the time was, well, you're a bear. I know, but I got there organically.
So that's the flashback.
Through that, we're gonna say you were able to communicate something very deep and primal, that you're offering him a bribe. This massive apex predator is offering this guy a bribe. So we're gonna say, I like it. Okay, guys. I think we ain't worth this job. All right. Yes, thank you for the gaming system, sir.
I want to try to give him a motivational talk too, and like, you are totally worth this job. You are worth more than you think, my friend.
You're right. I'm going back to school.
Does he understand Dave, or is Dave speaking bear?
It's his internal monologue. Well, yeah, actually, Dave, Kelvin, if Kelvin has a shared past with other humanoids, then he speaks common. He can communicate. Kelvin, did he
that's why they
understand what
knew
you
I
did?
had hot soup.
So that's a question I think maybe for Hootie to decide whether or not.
I think he could speak English for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if he's truly a tabaxi under there, then absolutely. But if he
I
is,
don't know what that word is you keep saying.
but we have no reason to suspect him of being a liar, and he swears by it. So I'm an asshole if I think otherwise. So
I tried to bribe those guys with an ET video game and gaming system. Does that change my 2 bear 4 criminal to 5 criminal?
you did succeed in that. So yeah, you're a bit more criminal.
5-1.
5-1. And what did the flashback do for me?
That gave you a point in criminal as well to help you with your roll. To help you
He's
with your
going
roll.
hard.
But hey, you're good. You're good.
And then
I do want to point out I'm at 5-1 as well, and I'm right up under your tuchus, and you hear the sounds of honey being eaten.
I want to quickly.
You hear a bear tongue, like exploring every avenue of this crevice of this honey candy.
Yeah. Ooh, is eating.
All right, I'm out.
It's like when Grandpa says, "I'm gonna kiss her like a mule eating an apple." I love that. I love that analogy.
I've never heard
Grandpa
that
Simpson.
before. Jesus.
Zorcifer's eating near ass. He's not eating ass.
All right. Moving right. Don't worry about whatever your stats are, because we're gonna say that it is one of the guards left his key card, his Metal Gear Solid level 5 key card access, on the floor. And without much ado, you guys, I think you guys put together, you guys hold, unless you guys have any protest, I'm going to say that you guys use the key card to open up the security door for the R&D project.
No, I throw the key card away. I throw it away. What's this garbage?
And it lands and comically it lands in a grate that takes it into the vent system, and it's just gone now. It's just you guys open
Wait,
up.
what's a failure do? I'm sorry.
Bear.
More bear. Okay. I'm just going to move 1 point over because I failed at keeping my soup from spilling.
I'm gonna have to have you roll for it, but roll. Let's see. You wanted to hold soup, so you had to.
All right, I'm at 3-3 before anything
make
happens.
an argument. No, actually, it's good. You're good. Don't worry about it. I got your back. All right. As you guys open up this door, I got your text, Dave. As you guys open up this door, that's where you see it, boxes upon boxes of, and that's you're flooded with this honey, but not honey scent. You see that, and there's a report there. I don't know how many guys read English, but Kevin, if you wanted to read that report, it would state how the Schneike brand is getting into the vape, and because the vape categories, but because state law has said they've outlawed fruit flavors, they're going with a brand new all honey vape flavor line. And as a matter of fact, if you take a hit of this, it's a weird mix of criminal and bear. It really kind of mellows you out, helps you find that center in the middle. There's little display vapes there. And if any of you guys choose to hit, you would find that it doesn't quite satisfy all of your bear cravings, but it does satisfy, and the same kind of goes for your criminal cravings.
I hold one up to each of my friends here, and I say, first one is free.
Zorcifer's already smoking 4 at once. double fisted, just
blowing cotton candy.
And I've crunched through my vape with my big owl bear beef.
1, 2.
Yeah, you're eating it, but you're getting a super it's like super concentrated honey oil on your.
It's satisfying your skull crushing cravings.
It's also
crushes just like a.
It tastes bad because
not like a femur.
In it, but you can't stop. Oh God.
Full of honey flavored marrow.
And it is at that point that the security door slides shut behind you. you see the security klaxons start ringing. Meh, meh, intruder alert. Intruder alert. And that's when you see on the other side of this thick bulletproof glass, you see Dwayne. How you doing, mates?
Hey, it's that guy from before.
Oh, it's the delicious otter. Hello.
We got that honey for you.
You're right, I
Yeah.
do look delicious, mate. As he's like looking at his reflection in the glass, unless you. Yeah, sorry, I needed something to take the heat off me. And while I got the real prize here, I'd like to thank all of you for being the perfect patsies.
Well, you're very welcome.
You know what they...
double-crossed us, you dirty,
Well,
delicious.
the name's Zorcifer, not Patsy.
Whoa.
We lost Patsy in the last mission. How dare you?
Who do you think caused that? Who do you think... I've been setting this plan up for years, mate.
Who do you think? What? You're confusing me.
Dastardly
You guys
otter.
might have thought it was just your incompetence on every mission getting teammates killed. And
Yeah.
in large part it was. But I had a part to play as well. I can at least claim that my double crossings took care of at least 2 of your members.
Well,
No,
get ready to be triple crossed because I'm on your side. And he steps over next to Dwayne.
And he starts attacking Udi.
No, I'm just trying to confuse Dwayne at this point.
Well, I think I've spent enough time talking to you, losers. When there's less competition in the smuggling game. Well, I think you're going to be a little bit late with your delivery. I don't think you'll be able to make tomorrow, mate. In fact, I'm pretty sure they put wild animals down.
I am
here
as a
as well.
construct.
I've never thought about that before. I think you might have just blown my mind. But I got to go. These klaxons are going off, mate.
Zorcifer, pick lock.
And Ninja vanishes again.
Damn him.
Damn it, I really wanted to bonk him on the head.
And with the klaxons going off, with our bear warriors trapped in the honey vape chamber, what will happen next episode on Honey Heist Z?
Yeah, we just climbed out. We just climb out. That's
Oh
all.
yeah, it's actually just a huge. There's no ceiling on this. It's a weird
Yeah, there's no
security room
silo.
with this and a ton
It's a
of like,
silo.
and also like a bunch of bamboo barriers. Weirdly, to be.
We forgot about the bamboo the whole time.
Finally, my time to shine.
As Kevin has to pretend to like bamboo.
Kevin.
Oh, it's good. Oh.
We need to talk
Can I have
about
another
the
glass
dead
of
naming
water,
me.
please? Did you hear like the cat vomiting sound? It hurts. It hurts. All right, everybody. That has been our part 1 of our Ophelia Honey Heist, painting the world of Stony, Oregon, and Ophelia just a little bit more. Jesse Egan, do you have any plugs or hacks, advice for the fans?
Yes, I do. My first plug is that I will be seeking out that damn dirty otter. And if you'd like to see me eat him, that will be the next episode. I just can't wait to crunch on his otter bones. Other than that, I have nothing to plug besides killing otters.
Nice.
I remembered last episode, the hillbillies or the Pixbillies were pretty had some pretty racist statements against otters too. But he high roaded.
Indeed.
But I remember he high roaded Jesse's character when you guys tried
My character.
to pass off Thelonious. That's pretty racist. Well, they don't all look alike. I might be hate-filled and a bigot, surely, but
That was my character.
yeah, that was a fun scene. Anyhow, Dave Callens, anything to plug or advice?
Advice. Say hi to your mom today if you have one. And you want to. Feels like a good day for that.
And they're nice.
Clint Weiser.
They were like, oh,
Yeah.
crap, it's Mother's Day. Thank God Dave reminded me.
Yeah, I recommend doing a bunch of work that you don't get paid for right away, and then keep taking jobs, and then become almost completely broke, and then finally get paid all that money, because getting all that money finally feels amazing.
for the few days that you have it before you have to pay off all the stuff that you couldn't pay for.
You're like edging, but for bills. Like
yeah.
Oh man, you pay them so much harder when you wait.
You want to pay this bill? Oh yeah. You want to pay this bill? Yeah, I want to pay this bill so bad. I want to pay the bill so bad.
That's the part about being a contractor that just seems like the worst. Like where you have to there's like you almost need like a separate job or hire somebody who works in collections just to fucking get your money for the job that you did.
Yeah.
No other industry could you just do that. But you could do it if you hire a construction guy. It's,
our billing department takes this long, so.
Yes, and my name is Damian Mercado. My life advice: don't kick the shit out of your kids. They grow up and they might remember it, and then it might be a very lonely Mother's Day. And then if you do, which I mean, everybody's kicked the shit out of a kid before. Twice last week while coming home. It happens. Just make sure you apologize when it happens. We're all human. We all break. Just say, "Hey, sorry, I beat you with a cricket paddle."
You really balanced out Dave's advice.
Yeah, we planned this. We talked about it before the show.
I know. I'm tired of this. Like, we live in a country where everybody's puts out this mom propaganda like they're great. Where I grew up thinking that is a dirty word. Like that's the cruelest person in your life. Why do people throw them a holiday? What, am I mad? Why would anybody do this? Well, surely when I go out into the world, everybody will beat me and call me worthless. Oh no. So these life skills that I've learned for the past 18 years have brought me nothing except for pain? Thank you.
The skill of agreeing and accepting that I'm worthless is worthless?
And scene.
Yeah, right. And we finally figured out the way to get canceled as a podcast.
Oh, no, yeah. But coming out hard against the concept of moms. Listen, you heard it from here, Damian. Fuck you, moms. Unless you're the hot MILFs in my area, I don't want to talk to you. Which I'm told are all over and waiting for me. All right.
Damian edits this, so we can't cut any of that out.
It feels real to me, and I'm the one who does the editing. So I wouldn't. So even if the editor was giving us a hard pass, I think it'd still fly.
Jesse's just a little nervous because he asked his mom to watch today. Hey, Mom, be sure to tune in.
Yeah, because watch the podcast for once.
Well, if she hits you a lot, she heard a good message.
Oh God!
I just don't look at it as the sacred word everybody else does. Anyhow, thank you very much. I have been your Dungeon Master, Damian Mercado, and on that super uplifting message, everybody, we love you. Please check us out on Patreon. Our social media is at awfuldnd on Facebooks and Twitters and all that. Join our Discord. I put an updated link in all the newest episodes. So if the other link isn't working, just click the newest episode. It should work. And join us every Sunday at noon Pacific Standard Time, where we will continue our adventure. We're going to find out next week when we continue this next Honey Heist adventure, but I love these characters, and I look forward to incorporating them more in the adventure as we come. Thank you so very much for joining us. Life in 3D, I see you there. You're kicking ass. And there's another guy who gives us, there's another guy who comments all the time, Lucid Warrior. Thank you so very much for your support. We love you. Dwayne, not the criminal, the super fan. Thank you for everybody who gives us love. It means the world to us. Thank you so very much. We love you. Bye.
Love everybody except for moms. Bye.
Bye.
It's not all moms. It's just...